Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're going to have a look at the various different bosses going from Nightmare 55 through to Nightmare 75 and we'll just see how quickly we can get that done. So in this first build we're looking for phantoms. Unfortunately we do have a counter unit in the form of a phantom, and that is Minotaur. There is a new unit as well. Unfortunately I don't have her properly leveled up, otherwise I would be showing her off. She is only 6 stars, however she is a Mystifier Phantom and one that is going to work very well on this team setup that we've got here. For now we will pop Minotaur in and then more of Tiamat later. As you can see, she's going to provide a lot. Reduces crit damage and also converts into healing. If you get her exclusive runes, you will also be able to heal everybody else on the team. And then reduce the attack of all enemies by 100% each round, stacking up to 100 times, and then increase the corrode stacks limit to 200%. I believe that's going to go to 10 or 15, but I think it's going to be 10, which is still going to be very, very important in these Rift Odyssey attempts. But for now, let's jump into Minotaur. We have already countered Minotaur. There is another way. Oh no, there's not. There's no other way to counter Minotaur, but our Minotaur should do the job. And the rest of the team as well should do the job. The reason that I'm running Gaia and Mulan as well. Mulan will apply burn as well as the rest of the team will apply corrode. We'll also apply indirect damage to these guys as well in the form of this karmic fire from the Magmatama, the relic, and also will apply burn from Mulan. We'll also apply corrode from Gaia and Mulan, and Minotaur will also double the number of corrode stacks on the enemies that he does hit as well. Dahlia and Ayushta in here because they are phantoms and also very, very strong. I do have as you can see, I've got 3 Dooms on the team with only 2 Dooms units. The reason for that is primarily because I went with the mark for those units, or for the Dooms team specifically, and yeah, it looks like we're going to do more than enough damage here in order to get where we need to go. And yeah, Gaia is going to burn them out and corrode them out. Mulan hopefully will seal the deal. Nope, but Minotaur does counter enemy Minotaur and does a tremendous amount of damage actually. It was a fair chunk. He did more than Gaia, tell you that for free. But yeah, that is how you counter Minotaur. Let's jump into Nightmare 60. And we are back in Nightmare 60. Sorry if you can hear the rain outside. It is absolutely chucking it down where I am. But it's what it is. So we are going to counter enemy Persephone. Now this can be a struggle if you don't have somebody to fortitude or who to counter fortitude. But fortunately Franz, Talinas and Lachesis all do this. I'm going to choose Franz on this one, and the reason for that is because I'm already running 2 Mystifiers, so I want that 3rd Mystifier synergy. As well, we do have Dahlia and Ayushta on the front row to do all of that massive damage. We do have, so the reason that people can struggle with this particular one is primarily because Selene here can have fortitude applied by Persephone and this other Persephone here as well, and he can just outlast all of the damage that you can throw at him without countering that fortitude effect. It can be very troublesome. So let's jump in and let's see just how well this team does. We are looking to do as much indirect damage as possible. Indirect damage I feel is the strongest form of damage. I don't know if it ignores defense, but it does feel like it ignores certain levels of defense. So we are applying Karmic Fire as well. We do have Raz Bark. We have the Magmatama as well to increase the damage done and apply those Karmic Fire stacks, as well as the Corrode stacks and the Burn stacks as well. So we are going to burn these guys out as quickly as we possibly can. As you can see here, we are taking a little bit of damage, but it's nowhere near the amount of damage that we would take. So Fortitude has been applied, and yep, Solomon I think would have been dead had it not been for that Fortitude. It looks like here we have removed the Fortitude effect as well. It looks like we can take them down pretty easily with Franz on the team. So very, very good, very strong. It looks like Dahlia to do the most, of course. So let's jump into 65. So there seems to be a bug and it looks like mercenary Persephone here. Looks slightly different, Bride of Plague. I think there's just a bit of an issue with the coding here, but it is what it is. If you are looking to counter, you can go back and have a look at the previous video that I made, Nightmare 1 to 25, or it should just be Nightmare 25, I think. And I do show the units that you can use in order to beat Emily, but it should also be there. Another way of checking what units you need to run, hold on, in order to beat these guys or these specific bosses, you jump into Celestial Trials. And as you can see, Emily here does have a minion Emily, and you can use that specific list in order to counter what's in here. So if I jump into Bloodhell Queen, as you can see, we've got Onslaught Enchantress, and it does tell all of the different units that you are able to use in order to remove the attack increases, and also for Lachesis, you are able to use any of these units. As you can see, Gwyn here is the one that we used to beat enemy Lachesis in the previous video. But for now, let's jump in. Let's go to Rift Odyssey. Let's start this battle and let's jump in. I think this team should be more than good enough to beat. I think she applies Curse to us. There is one way of removing Curse as well, and I think it's if you have enough stacks. So I think each unit needs to have 30 stacks of buffs on them in order to remove the curse automatically. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see in this one whether or not it is possible to do so. If they do remove the buffs or the debuff themselves, so this curse debuff themselves, then effectively you will see them do the what do you call it? You will see them do the unstoppable effect, or their ultimate attack animation, but it won't lead to any ultimate attacks. Can we see it? Come on, survive for me. Emily, you need to apply this this curse before they all die. Yeah, fortunately we've got Merlin to survive here. Do we apply this curse before Aisha takes them all out? No, it is what it is. So I can't show you this one, unfortunately, but there we go. So that is Aisha to do the most, of course, followed by Lancelot. And then we'll jump into Nightmare 70. Okay, and we are back. So we are on Nightmare 70. It is the boss mercenary Onslaught Enchantress. Fortunately, we know where to look in order to find a full list, because this just hasn't been updated in a long time. Definitely needs re-updating. So if you do want to, go ahead and post on the Discord, on the suggestions channel. The devs will pick it up and they will read it. And then hopefully, if enough people have liked it, then they might implement it. But if we jump into, I think it's Onslaught Enchantress, we get a full list of units which can counter the boss mercenary. And none of them look like protectors, unfortunately. So what we'll do, I'm just going to pause here. Going to go ahead and build a team, and then we'll be right back. And here we are. So this is the 3 protectors team. We do now have our 40% dodge rate up. We do have Wukong on the team as well, customary or Mystifier in this case. But we do have Tsukiyomi, Mulan, and Gaia, as well as Lancelot on the team. Lancelot, Gaia, and Wukong, all protectors. And yeah, standard relics. So let's jump in. And we don't really have a counter unit within this particular synergy or within the protectors synergy to this boss, but I don't think we should need it. It's an attack increase for the enemies, which means that the attack, yes, it will go up, but fortunately we do have holy shields to protect us, and we're going to be doing more than enough damage, especially with 3 protectors on the team. The way that protectors synergy works, by the way, in case you don't know, if you have 4 or more protectors on the team, which we don't at the moment, 4 or 5 protectors, then you will be able to retaliate with a basic attack or counter attack with a basic attack, which is very, very strong if you've got a unit which is applying burn, corrode, etc., etc., on enemies on basic attacks. So again, very, very strong way around this. Specifically, we should see, okay, so we do get debuffed here. The reason that we get debuffed, or not debuffed, but all of our buffs removed, is because of the Celestial synergy on the enemy team. You've got enemy Talinas, and you do have enemy Vittoria as well, who will effectively every time one of the enemy units dies, we'll lose all of our stacks of buffs, unfortunately. It doesn't remove like Genesis Glow, but flipping heck. We should see, yeah, Wukong, Mulan, what a combo. Combo wombo, really love it. And then we've got Gaia to do the most, of course, as well. So that is 70 cleared, and let's jump into 75. Okay, so we've jumped into stage 75. This is the Hatred Troll. And this is a relatively easy one to clear. You just need one artifact in order to pass this particular boss. As you can see, attacks all enemies dealing 60% damage. When an enemy deals basic attacks, it will lose 1 of its max HP. It is immune to all damage. So we don't need to care about the rest of this really. The only other thing that we need to do, for every 2 allies lost, it loses 20% of its own HP. And from round 10 onwards, all allies receive a max HP revival effect, reviving any defeated allies to the battlefield immediately. So it just means that even if you take these guys out with all of your basic attacks, they are going to come back and they are going to restore the boss's shields and all of that sort of good stuff. But something to note, every time we take 2 of these out, the boss will lose 20% of its own HP. Effectively, if you can take these guys out twice, so if you can take out all 4 of the Rage Mushrooms twice, it just means that we're going to be able to reduce the boss's HP by a total of 80%, which means actually we only need to do 20% of this boss's HP. So just something to keep in mind here. Right, I'll be right back. Okay, and we are back. So let me show you the secret to beating this particular boss. It is, after triggering dodge, retaliates with a basic attack against the attacker during battle. And what we're going to do, we're going to take out speed, and we are going to pop in increased dodge rate right here, and that will give us additional chances in order to take these guys down. Now I believe these mercenaries attack all enemies, which means that we've got a higher percentage chance of dodging than we normally would do, because it is a proc on all 5 of our units. Something else to take note of, the Pandora unit. In case you've been living under a rock over the course of the past week or so, Pandora has received a significant buff. Every time somebody ultimates, she will perform her ultimate as well. And as well, every time she performs a basic attack, instead of doing the basic attack, she will perform her ultimate attack instead. Even though she's doing her ultimate attack, the enemies will still lose 1 HP as well. Now this is a team setup. Sorry, this is a team setup that's very, very viable, and the main reason for that is the unit from last season, that is Ra. You put her in combination with the Undying Shield, and it just means that your entire front row and your entire back row cannot die unless for other reasons, like for indirect damage, like reflect damage or corrode damage. That is one way that your team can go down, but other than that, there is no other way for your team to go down. There is also the other combo if you do want to. You just pop Elma in this front slot, and you would have like Leandra here or something like that. The reason that you would do that is because Elma's passive reads, if there is somebody on the back line alive, then Elma, if there is another unit alive, then Elma will retain 20% HP. And the Undying Shield says that keeps backline allies alive, retaining a minimum of 30% HP, as long as at least one frontline ally is alive. Elma can't die while the back row is alive, and the back row can't die while Elma is alive. So that gives you the invincibility that you need in order to progress through. But instead, we are going to use Ra because effectively this spot is very vulnerable to death if you are running Elma in this front slot, whereas when you do it with Ra, you are able to stop that from happening. These front 2 slots are both going to remain alive for the duration of the battle as well. So we should start to see us popping off here. We do get Leandra to trigger her ultimate, and that will then proc Pandora, or it should do. No? Yes, it does. So it does proc Pandora. That's absolutely fantastic. Enemy did take action, which is why we got a couple of basic attacks in there as well. Pandora not currently doing basic attacks because the enemies haven't done what they need to do. But again, it should be absolutely fine. She's just going to completely pop off here. I mean, how many ultimate attacks is this already? Too many, I think. Fortunately for the enemies, they cannot lose that much HP. So it is what it is. Now, looking at this, we should be absolutely fine moving forward. Yeah, we'll get this protect, we'll get all of these attacks in, and then Pandora, as we said before, will perform an ultimate attack when doing a basic attack. They even lose the HP when doing it, so we do get Ra here going back and forth, and we get all of these enemies losing this HP every time we counter attack. And I don't think we've even done our basics yet. So that's the start of our basics. Atrops to do what she needs to. Leandra performing her basic attack. We get our triggers for our relics, and this will reset as well. Very good. And then we get the one basic attack from Ra, and then we should get one or two basic attacks, but technically ultimates from Pandora. And it will still, even though it's an ultimate attack, it will still proc. So as you can see, not able to soul devour, unfortunately, but Hades does provide an additional damage reduction and also an additional... Ooh, hold on. Oh, no, you don't. There we go. How much battery do I have? 1%. Look at that. Whew, I knew. Anyway, so we are back. We are going to look to counter attack using the counter attack horn. Nearly lost it there. Whew, nearly lost. How many? 16 minutes worth of my life. I would have had to re-edit, but fortunately, I did not. So, yeah, these don't count, unfortunately. These ultimate attacks, they just don't count towards the boss's HP pool. It is what it is. You know, we can't take these guys down, unfortunately. Yeah, what can you do, though? What can you do? We are waiting on these enemies to attack. The other unit that you can use in this spot is... perfect. So here we go. This will take the boss down. So it's bring him down to that 40% HP, and now he is super vulnerable to all of our attacks. So we get Atrops to perform her ultimate, increasing the rest of the team's attack, and healing as well, another important factor. So we do get 181 million here off the shield, and we get another 444 off the shield, and then Pandora is going to go mental. Yeah, she just took that boss down in one shot because she's had the chance to do multiple ultimate attacks. Every time Pandora does one of those ultimate attacks, even if it technically counts as a basic attack, she will increase the coefficient, which means where it says Pandora does 500% damage to an enemy on her ultimate, that goes up by 200% every time she does an ultimate attack, up to 10 times. So you get effectively 2,500% damage on your ultimate attacks. That is what a coefficient is, just FYI. So that is Nightmare 75. I think that is where we're going to leave it. Thanks very much for watching. I do hope you have a fantastic day, and good luck in whatever it is that you're doing.